Hello and welcome to SA Daily Insight, your go-to source for the latest news in South Africa. Today, we have a packed edition with stories that are making headlines across the country. First, we take you to KwaZulu-Natal, where a daring prison escape has left authorities scrambling and raised serious questions about the safety of prisoner transport. Next, we move to a high-level police drama where Acting Police Minister Professor Firoz Cachalia addresses concerns about political interference and the handling of 121 sensitive dockets by the Political Killings Task Team. And finally, we examine South Africa's shifting political landscape as Action SA leader Herman Mashaba reflects on underestimating Jacob Zuma's new MK party ahead of the 2024 elections and what it means for the nation's future. We start with an alarming development in KZN that has authorities on high alert. On Tuesday afternoon, along the N11 highway near Ladysmith, 7 prisoners staged a daring escape while being transported from the Dundee Magistrates Court back to Ladysmith Prison. Police reports indicate there were 12 suspects in the van, yet 7 somehow forced the back door open while the vehicle was still moving. They jumped out near the Model Kloof area in Newcastle and disappeared into the dense forest. What makes this even more concerning is that these escapees are accused of serious crimes, including robbery and housebreaking, which makes their freedom a potential danger to public safety. Authorities launched a massive manhunt immediately. Officers from Ladysmith, Washbank, Glencoe, and Dundee were called in to assist, combing the surrounding areas and setting up roadblocks along major routes. KZN police spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Paul Mkhwanazi confirmed that the search is ongoing and urged anyone with information to come forward.
Good evening. I'm at the entrance at Model Kloof next to the N11, where it's been reported that 7 detainees that was being transported by Dundee police had managed to kick open the back door of a police van and escape. Now, police is busy with setting up to search the areas, the bushy areas in the Model Kloof area. It's 7 suspects that were in the back of a police van, and they were being transported back to Dundee when they managed to kick open the door and escape. So, police officers from Ladysmith, Washbank, Glencoe, and Dundee is being called in to assist in the search for the 7 men that have escaped from the back of a police van. So, this is Model Kloof area, just outside Ladysmith, along the N11. Police, public safety, and other officials are on scene and searching the area for the 7 that have escaped from police custody. So this is the situation. So police will be getting together and searching for these escapees that have escaped from police custody. Preliminary reports are saying that they managed to kick open the door of the van and escape into the dark bush areas along the N11. So searches will continue for these 7, and I will report more once I know more. But this is the situation along the N11 near Model Kloof, where we have 7 that have escaped from police custody. Police are along the N11 Model Kloof area searching for these men.
This isn't an isolated incident. Just last week, a 25-year-old man accused of killing a police officer and 2 traffic officers escaped custody in Mkhwanazi. In that case, he allegedly assaulted a police captain, forced open the vehicle door, and ran off, while his co-accused was recaptured after being shot in the leg. The Police and Prison Civil Rights Union has highlighted these incidents as evidence of systemic weaknesses in the prisoner transport system. Vehicles are often outdated and poorly maintained, while staff shortages and chronic underfunding leave officers stretched thin, especially when transporting high-risk detainees. The union is calling for urgent reforms, including modernizing the transport fleet and strengthening escort procedures. They warn that repeated escapes erode public trust in law enforcement and put communities at risk. As the manhunt continues, the big question remains: how many more escapes will it take before these vulnerabilities are addressed? And while police scramble to tighten security, South Africans are left wondering, are our institutions truly equipped to protect citizens from dangerous criminals? Shifting from the streets to the corridors of power, Acting Police Minister Professor Firoz Cachalia has responded to claims of interference regarding the return of 121 sensitive dockets to the Political Killings Task Team. Cachalia emphasized that his concern falls within his constitutional duties as the political head of the department, ensuring that the South African Police Service fulfills its mandate. This situation arose after National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola announced that the dockets would be returned to KwaZulu-Natal to allow the investigative team to continue their work. According to the minister's spokesperson, Mkhwanazi, Cachalia had previously discussed the future of the task team with Masemola, who mentioned plans for a gradual dissolution. Cachalia requested a clear roadmap for ongoing investigations, especially those involving whistleblower killings in Gauteng, while stressing that no steps should disrupt the work of the Commission of Inquiry. Mkhwanazi clarified that the minister was not overstepping his boundaries or halting ongoing operations. These 121 dockets are at the center of a political storm. Back in July, KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi accused then Police Minister Senzo Mchunu of interference, claiming that he ordered the disbandment of the task team and the removal of these crucial dockets. The Political Killings Task Team itself was formed in 2019, following the Moerane Commission's 2016 investigation into politically motivated killings in KwaZulu-Natal. This week, Masemola announced plans to establish a similar unit in Gauteng. Mkhwanazi, known for his firm stance against corruption, described Mchunu's actions as obstruction of justice. His claims sparked national outrage, prompting President Cyril Ramaphosa to announce a judicial commission of inquiry. Mchunu has since been placed on special leave pending the outcome of the investigation. For South Africans, the bigger question is this: can political influence be kept out of law enforcement? And what measures will ensure that investigations into politically sensitive crimes are conducted fairly and transparently? From law enforcement to politics, Action SA leader Herman Mashaba has admitted that he underestimated Jacob Zuma's MK party ahead of the 2024 elections, a miscalculation made evident by the election results. Action SA celebrated its 5th anniversary this weekend, reflecting on 5 years of the party's journey since its founding in 2020. In an interview, Mashaba acknowledged,
Moonshot Pact, do you not think, or do you actually regret going into the Moonshot Pact? Because I remember on the floor of the Rock at the IEC, you and I had a conversation, and you had said to me that had it not been for the Moonshot Pact, you probably would have performed better as Action SA, apart from the MK also getting the votes that they got.
MK as well. When MK was launched, actually, honestly, undermined and underestimated the influence of Jacob Zuma. I said, no, this is not going to happen. Unfortunately, I did not realize how deep black voters are scared of DA. And our association with DA, they thought that probably we're a DA light. And I've spoken to really thousands of people across the country. The reason why they did not really vote for us in 2024 was our relationship with the DA. In fact, Dr. Kekana himself said he wanted to have spoken to me before the elections to join Action SA, but he was concerned about our relationship with the DA.
Despite its modest national showing, Action SA has grown at the local level, particularly in Northwest Province, where it now has 22 councillors. Mashaba also praised the party's small parliamentary caucus, led by Athol Trollop, for holding the ANC and the Government of National Unity accountable. Reflecting on his tenure as Johannesburg mayor under the DA from 2016 to 2019, Mashaba criticized the party for failing to prioritize service delivery in black communities, a factor that helped inspire the formation of Action SA. That was the beginning of Action SA, he said. South Africans now have a credible alternative. And that wraps up today's edition of SA Daily Insight. From daring prison escapes to high-level police drama and the evolving political landscape, South Africa continues to face stories that affect every citizen. Remember to stay informed, stay safe, and keep questioning what's happening around you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for more news, analysis, and updates. Goodbye for now, South Africa.